Good day, everyone, all over the world.
Start.
Good day, everyone, all over the world. By God's special grace, I welcome you to Victor in Idiom Mentorship Academy. And by God's grace today, we'll be looking at one of the courses at the Academy, Organizational Ethics and Ethos. Now, organizational ethics and ethos, meaning and its importance. But first and foremost, ethics is one of the branches of philosophy. We have four major branches of philosophy, such as metaphysics, logic, ethics, and epistemology. So today we are looking at organizational ethics, meaning and its importance. What is an organization? An organization is formed when individuals from different backgrounds and varied interests come together on a common platform and work towards predefined goals and objectives. So an organization is formed when people from cosmopolitan environments come together with a predefined goal, with the aim of achieving a particular goal. That is an organization. Organization is not the body, is not the building, it is the people of common interest, people of collective or set goals in a particular association, irrespective of their background, language, religion, or ethnicity. Employees are the asset of an organization, and it is essential for them to maintain the decorum and ambience of the workplace. Who are the employees? Employees, these are the staff members of a particular organization that have been employed by the employer. And these employees are the major asset, are the lifeblood or the life wire of a particular organization. In a secular world, you will agree with me that civil servants are the engine rooms of government. So employees are the engine rooms of a particular organization. Organizational ethics is the ethics of an organization, and it is how an organization responds to an internal or external stimulus. Organizational ethics is interdependent with the organizational culture. That means organizational ethics is equivalent or interwoven with organizational culture. But you need to understand what ethics is all about. Ethics are moral standards that are highly acceptable by a particular organization. But ethos is character, fundamental values of a person, people, culture, or movement. So organizational ethics are how organization responds to external or internal stimulus. How you relate, what is a customer relationship between the internal relationship between the staff members of an organization and the customers, which are the external parties. And that takes us to what is an organizational ethics. The way an organization should respond to external environment refers to organizational ethics. So the way a particular organization responds to external environment is what is referred to as organizational ethics. Organizational ethics includes various guidelines and principles which decide the way individuals who should behave at the workplace. So the way bankers behave in a bank determines a particular organizational ethics. The way teachers behave in school, the way lecturers behave in the university determines the organizational structure or ethics of such organization. It is also refers to the code of conduct of individuals working in a particular organization. So the code of conduct of a particular staff member in an organization also determines the organizational ethics of that company or an association or organization. So organizational ethics express the values of an organization to its employees or other entities, irrespective of governmental or regulatory laws. Ethics are the principles and values used by an individual to govern his or her actions and decisions. So your actions, your decisions are determined by your what? By your principles, by your ethics, your moral values, your moral standard, your fundamental moral standard in the society or in organization. An organization forms when individuals with varied interests. So a particular organization is formed when individual or a particular group come together to function.
Go.
Okay, like I said, that ethics are the principles and values used by an individual to govern his or her actions and decisions. So an organization forms when individuals with varied interests and different backgrounds unite on a common platform and work together towards predefined goals and objectives. The code of ethics within an organization is a set of principles that is used to guide the organization in its decisions, programs, and policies. So the organization is formed with people from cosmopolitan environments, irrespective of their religion, irrespective of their culture, irrespective of their language, irrespective of their tribe. They come together to form indivisible entity known as organization. The next slide. Now, that takes us to, similarly, ethical organization culture consists of leaders and employees adhering to a code of conduct. So, a standard organization consists of who? Leaders, management staff, employees, who are the workers that are strictly adhering to a code of ethics. However, every organization runs to earn profit, but how it makes money is more important. No organization should depend on unfair means to earn money. So no organization should depend on illegal means to make money or to form money. Am I communicating? So a standard organization is formed based on the organizational structure, what some people call organogram, from the highest person, the hierarchy, the highest person to the least person in such organization. That takes us to employees should not indulge in destruction or manipulation of information to get result. But what does that mean? Every information here explains that as a member of a particular organization, you are not permitted to divulge or to reveal certain confidential information or details concerning the organization to external parties. So you must be very, very confidential in terms of your operation. You are not permitted to reveal information to the external persons, to your relatives, to your friends who are outsiders from the organization. So you must maintain the ethical conduct or ethical code of such organization that you belong, and that is related to organizational ethics or ethos. And having established that, that takes us to now there must be absolute fairness in monetary transactions and all kinds of trading. Never ever cheat your client. So you are a member of a particular organization out there, you are a lecturer, you are a banker, you are a teacher, you are a medical doctor, whatever association you belong, you are not permitted to teach your customers or your clients. Having established that, organization must not discriminate any employee, right? So organization must not discriminate any employee irrespective of his language. Organizational code of conduct or modus operandi or mode of operation should center around meritocracy, the merit, the competence, the qualification, the eligibility of his or of its employees or workers. So it shouldn't be based on the ground of language you speak, it shouldn't be based on the ground of nepotism, favoritism, or the church you belong to or your belief. Organization must not exploit any of the employees. So the employers of labor should not exploit their employees in one way or the other. In other words, they must maintain staff welfareism in order for these employees to discharge their responsibilities or obligations effectively, thereby yielding positive results or leading to the growth and the development of such organization. Stealing office property is strictly unethical. If a particular staff member steals office property, that is unethical. So organizational standard, organizational ethics does not allow a staff member to steal office property. Organization must take care of the safety of the employees, so there should be standard staff welfareism by the organization. So staff welfare, insurance, allowances, health allowance, office allowance should be the major key values of the organization, so that the staff members or the employees can discharge their responsibilities effectively. Individuals should not be exposed to hazardous conditions. You are not to work in an environment that is very hostile, where the staff members, the employees are not united and not friendly. So you must not be exposed to the environment that is very hazardous, risky, or dangerous in nature. Never lie to your customers. On no account, as a member of a particular organization out there, you are not permitted to lie to your customer. And that is what unethical method or conduct. It is unprofessional to make false promises to the customers. Don't promise customers what you cannot fulfill. So if you promise customers something, you must be a promise keeper. The advertisement must give a clear picture of your product. So when you're advertising your product as a member of an organization, because advertisement is to create awareness on the availability of the product. So your advertisement should give a clear picture of your product, and that will validate the fact that your product is very, very authentic, unique, and genuine in nature. Now, the product should not pose a threat to the environment or mankind. So the product you are advertising to the public should not pose threats, should not pose unhealthy condition to mankind or to people in the environment. Employees on probation period can be terminated anytime, but organizations need to give 1 month notice before firing the permanent ones. In the same way, permanent employees need to